Hi, Gaye, DeRusso with the Majestic rider. So you've seen all the previous exercises I've done with Tilley to get her ready for today, which is asking her to canter without any pulls or any jumps or anything. And what I did the first time I did it is I just dropped the reins and held onto the horn and kind of made her sideways to the fence, and then looked to the right so she knew which way we were going, and she turned, and that's when I asked her to canter. It took her a bunch of times and then she finally got it. And so that's what I've been doing for a couple of days, and now she's getting much better that now I can actually keep contact on the rein and ask her to canter. And this is the first time I cantered her all the way around the entire arena. She got a little fast over there, but that's okay. Sometimes they are going to get fast in the beginning, so you need to be a decent rider to be able to stay on. And I'm not worried about slowing it down yet, because first I just had to get the concept, and then over time I'm going to teach her to rock back on her back end and slow down, but not yet. So now I'm going to go the other direction, to the left. So I'm going to move the camera over, and we'll see how she does that direction. And the reason I turned them towards the fence, and then like that direction was to the right, and then I turned to the right, it helps to bring their hindquarter in, and that's where the lead comes from, is the back end. And so it helps them to get the correct lead. So I'm going to do the same thing in this direction too, but I don't know how much of it will be on the camera. But I'm going to turn her head kind of aim straight at the fence, and then I'm going to take a left, and right as I take a left, I'm going to ask her to canter with my right leg. Sometimes it takes a couple of times for them to, oh, now I remember what I'm supposed to do to canter. So the first couple times I went to the right were not very good. Okay. So that was kind of like a canter gait, so not very good. Got to keep your weight back and stay out of their way. So that wasn't very good. She got way too heavy on her front end and she couldn't pick it up. That wasn't very good. She's trying to set herself up for it. You see how she's going sideways right now? That's okay too. She's trying to set herself up, but some of the time she doesn't get a good start. Try it again, and the footing's giving out a little bit because she pushes so much with her back end. So she tried hard. So I'm giving her a little rest and a little reward for trying. She really digs in with the footing, so the footing's not giving her the grip, so I know why she's having some of the problem. And again, she doesn't know yet how to rock back and actually pick up that canter step, even though I tried to help her with the jump and stuff. Okay, let's try it again. That was better. Still not the best. Not very good at all. So you'll see she really dug up the footing over there, and that's why she's having, part of the problem is she can't grip the footing. And then we dug it up really bad right there. So some of it's the footing that's giving her the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try in a different spot, because we keep trying the same spot. Hang on. See how she just ran off? She's thinking I'm supposed to canter, because I'm turning to the right. Whoa, because this is right where I did it. So I'm going to try, let's move this, to pick a different spot, because we don't want her to fall down, and that's what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to start at the upper end and see how that goes. Okay, try it again. So Tilley's got what I call a really big back end. She really drives with her back end. It's nice, the dogs are over there hunting us. Neighbor's dogs, all right. And so she really wants to dig in, and she really wants to pull with her front end because she doesn't know how to canter very well yet. And she thinks that's how she's supposed to do it. Due to that, she's really dug up the footing. This is just sand in here. So it's all displaced. And then a couple of times she kind of sunk in as she really went to dig. And then we almost fell down, which can happen with, you know, some of these walking horses. So what I had to decide was, well, where can I canter then? Because we dug up that spot over there, and this is going downhill, so that's hard. So I only had that one little spot up there. And once she got it somewhat good, then I quit, because you want to quit on a good note, right? I don't want her to fall down. I don't want her to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. And so we just did the best we could with the footing today because it rained last night. So tomorrow, because she was the last one I rode in here, I'll probably ride her first so the footing's better, and that'll give us a better chance of success. So your footing really does matter, especially when you're trying to teach one of these gaited horses something. And even cantering, you know, it makes a huge difference, because if the footing doesn't support us or the horse slides, then the horse doesn't want to do it because they don't want to get hurt, because they have some self-preservation, which is good. So just remember that as you're trying stuff, that one day maybe your horse did really well trying to canter, and the next day it's not so good, but maybe the arena wasn't dragged. I'm telling them, the arena wasn't dragged, or the footing was really dug up, or you walk around and there's big holes in it. So sometimes there's reasons they're not doing so well versus the day before. And so you want to evaluate that first. Don't beat the horse up or think they're being a jerk. They might be, but you know, check that out first and then decide. And you really want to stay safe, so you got to pick and choose when you can do it and when you know, cannot do it. I do canter on hills with her. They have to be pretty steep or she can't get it. But right now everything's wet, so this is the best we got today. But at least you can see she did progress. At least she understands the word canter, and she understands what she's supposed to do. She does get a little agitated because she's trying her best to do what she's supposed to. And a lot of people will say, I just want the horse to walk. She's making a big effort, so I'm not going to punish her for her trying to get herself revved up so she can get the lead. She's really trying what she's supposed to do. And if I hold her back, well, then she's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to try for her. I'm really trying to do this for her, and she won't let me do it. She wants it perfect. So just remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. It can be just one step. You have to start somewhere. And, you know, I keep changing things around depending what the footing and how things are. So, you know, I might need to, in here, if this footing isn't any better, then to help her to get that lead, I'm going to go back to jumping a jump, even though she understands what to do. She can't get her feet coordinated well enough at this point in time, and that's what the jump helps her to do, is to change her gait into the canter.